Hello, how's it go? Let me turn on the music. Yo, what's poppin'? I'm here with my week 2 match of the UPL up against Virgoth. Virulent Rogue. He has his different names, whatever. That don't matter. Let me go with my team. I got Aggron, Heavy Slam, Earthquake, Stealth Rock, Roar, Standard like the Impish with max speed F, max HP, a little bit of speed for speed creep, and for attack because it doesn't really work anywhere else. So yeah, the reason I have Heavy Slam over Iron Head, because when I was battling I was like, holy crap, I should have brought Iron Head because it would have been so much better against mamoswine, because mamoswine runs through my team, as you're going to see with my build. But because I was like, oh, choice band mamoswine just bam, wrecks my team. However, I had to bring Heavy Slam because he had things like a Latios and a Azumarill, and I don't know how much Iron Head does to Azu. Actually, let me just calculate. Why not? Freaking Aggron tank up against an Azu. Let's just go standard belly drum. Yeah, Heavy Slam does that, and Iron Head does how much? Yeah, it does significantly less, and up against Mega Latios, which I'm pretty sure that's the one he has, let's just say blanks at no HP. See, that does way more, so I'd rather be able to hit those two things harder than just mamoswine, which in this game it looks like Iron Head would have been better, but you know, yeah, it's league format, how can you predict? Stealth Rock, Roar because I'm scared of setup and stuff, and Stealth Rock is great, and Earthquake for Heatran. Next up, we got Yoko Littner, the Giant Special Wall, max defense, max HP, ain't Spadef because I freaking can. Yoko Littner, I love you. Leftovers, make your aromatherapy, soft blood, seismic toss, toxic, you know, standard set. It doesn't do as much work as I mean, no, actually it does just as much work. I was afraid of this match because he had a lot of physical threats, but I did need Yoko Littner for things like, you know, Galvantula and Miss Magus and stuff. So, yeah, I mean, there are sets of Miss Magus that beat Blissey one-on-one, but, you know, we don't think about those. So, yeah, next up we got Mana Fizzle, Tail Glow, Energy Ball, Ice Beam, Surf, enough special attack to OHKO everything at +3. Well, it's like enough to OHKO Miss Magus at +3 with Surf, and I put the rest in defense because he has a lot of physical threats. So if I can set up a Tail Glow on something like Gallade, it'll do much less, and with leftovers I'll be able to regain it back. So yeah, and this coverage just completely wrecks his team. Max speed because he has a Shaman, and I'd like to speed tie with that thing. Maybe I can win it, you never know. Next up we got Baddington. Leftovers, U-turn, pray for a Roost, Defog. I need Defogger because he has Heatran, that could be a problem because of rocks. Enough speed to outspeed everything I want to. I'm pretty sure it'll outspeed it'll definitely outspeed Latios with this speed. Mixed defenses because I didn't really need a dedicated one, and max HP just because defense. Baddington, love you. Next up we got Chaos Chris this week, just Krill. I'm just gonna name him Chris for next season, for the rest of the season. Leftovers, Aroma Veil, you know, has to. Wish, Protect, Moonblast, Hidden Power Ground. Who runs Hidden Power Ground? Who? Ya boy does. Ya boy runs Hidden Power Ground for Heatran because I know that's going to be the switch in. And you know what, do a lot. I need max defense to take on mamoswine more. And the special hits, you know, Yoko Littner just takes on really well. And next up, we got the counter to Mamos. Air Balloon Victini. Shout out to 6-foot hacks Leo. He used it in the UCL, and I was like, holy, I could use that too, because it runs through my team. I could use that too. So we got Air Balloon, V-Create, Brick Break, Bolt Strike, U-Turn. I hit everything on this team with this coverage. I mean, Brick Break isn't the greatest for Heatran, but you know I need to hit it. Max Speed, Speed Tie with Shaman again. I think there was max speed for something else too, but whatever, I need the speed. So yeah, now let's get into the match. He has Alolan Muck, Heatran, Gallade, Mamoswine, Miss Magus, Galvantula. And the first thing I notice is no Shaman, no Azumarill, no Mega Latios. What is this team? I was super afraid of Shaman and Azumarill. Not as much Latios because like Bliss, like I have 3 things that deal with it really well, and even Manaphy and Victini can deal with it to an extent, so I get it. But like Azumarill runs through the team. +6, if this thing's weakened, he wins. And then Shaman Seed Flare, where's my switch? Yeah, sure. No, that's not switching. Barely switching. Psychic, barely switching. Manaphy, no. Yoko Lintner and Aggron, yeah, they're resist. But if he continually gets Spadef drops, I can't switch in. So, yeah. And then, you know, I was like, no, he's not going to bring Glade. And then more and more I looked at my team. I was like, yeah, he's probably going to bring Glade, which he did. They brought Mamos. Of course he's going to bring Mamoswine. You know, puts in a lot of work on my team. He brought Miss Mages, which is kind of weird, but you know, it could put in work against Blissey and things. And they brought Galvantula, which I'm surprised but not surprised because I mean I have this and I don't have I have Garchomp, but like, you know, electric types are good. So let's go. He leads off of Main of Mamoswine. I'm just like, come on, boy, why you gotta lead off of Mamoswine first turn? And I'm like, alright. I wish I had Iron Head, but you know what? It's fine. I'm gonna go for Heavy Slam because I want to scout at the damage. I want to see if he's banded. I want to see how much damage he does, and I don't want him to predict first turn. And if he sash, I want to break. If these sash lead rocks, I'll break the sash, and then switch out to Victini so that nothing takes damage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Mega Evolve and go for the Heavy Slam. As he hits me up with the Earthquake, reveals that he's Life Orb, and that damage tells me that he's Jolly. So, and, you know, that does a lot, but you know, Aggron is the tank. CBB, the tank. And now I'm going to go for Heavy Slam and, you know, do 39%. That's some nice chip. I wish I had Iron Head, but, you know, whatever. And now, here's where the prep comes in, ladies and gentlemen. I'm like, there's no way he's going for knockoff. I have a Mega Aggron. There's no way. He's going to go for Earthquake. We switch out to Omen. Your boy. That's too easy. It's too easy. And now I'm like, alright, there's no way he's staying in. Even if he does, look, I'm like, alright, there's no way he's staying in. Even if he does, what is he going to go for? Knockoff? I can switch out into Aromatisse or back into Aggron if I really need to and rack up that Life Orb damage. Plus U-turn, that nice chip will be good. So I hit him up with the U-turn and it pops his air balloon and I get that nice 5% chip off, which is good. And now I go out in the Manfizzle. I'm like, ooh, you know what? I could set up a Tail Glow. You know what? I could click Surf. And he gives me a Scarf. This couldn't be any better. This couldn't be any better. I'm just like, and then he goes out in the Oscar, and I'm like, wait, why wouldn't you go out to Galvantula? Galvantula has a really high, well, it can probably OHKO me. I checked the calculator. It's like somewhat like a, I'm gonna say a 20% chance because it was like 88 to 102%. But I'm just like, it could not be Sash. Can I just run through him right now? All right, let's go for a start. Oh my gosh, 50%. That has to be AV. Then he goes for Gunk Shot. I'm like, and he gets the poison. I'm like, if he didn't get the poison, oh baby, oh baby, oh baby, that would have been good. But you know what? He gets the poison. Ah well, but I mean, you're gonna see later that doesn't really matter. But he gets the poison. We do 12%. And do you see that damage? Look, and with that damage, that's why I have the defense EVs. Because I bet after the Gunk Shot plus Shadow Sneak plus 2 racks of poison, that I would have normally died without that defense investment if I was just running max special attack. But I was running the defense, so your boy lives. Manaphizzle, the king. Knocking out Oscar. There we go. And now I get one more hit off unless he has a Scarfer. And then he brings out Galvantula. I'm like, huh. He's named Webster, which is pretty cool. Nice nickname. He could, in fact, have Sash. He could have Scarf. But at this point, Manaphizzle isn't doing much more because he's so weakened. So I'm just going to go for the Surf. And we get Sash. He has a Sash. But you know what? That's fine. We knock him down to a Sash. If I get rocks up, that thing's dead. I have Blissey, no problem. He knocks me out with the Volt Switch. And he goes out to his Hephaestus, the friggin' Heatran. And now I go on Yoko Lintner because I'm like, Yoko Lintner can go for Seismic Toss and do things. Yoko Lintner can go for Seismic Toss and do things. So he sacks off Webster, not wanting anything to take the Seismic Toss damage because Manny has Life Orb. But he goes out to Galahad. I'm like, huh. I'm gonna sack off Aggron. Cause really, what's it doing? You know, I could go directly out into Aromatisse, but you know, this thing kinda does a lot of damage. And I didn't want to go out to Victini because I thought he might have knockoff, which you can see he does. And I'm like, I'll just go out to Heatran. I don't need it. What? And no, I'll go out to Mega Aggron. What does he have? He has Heatran. Bodies me. Mamoswine. I can't switch into twice. So I'm just like, alright, I'll sack it up. But he goes for knockoff. And I'm like, wait. wait, I can keep Aggron as a sack and switch out into my Aromatisse and be completely fine, because he's going to go for CC and I'm going to eat it up. Eat it up. And right here, while I could go for Hidden Power Ground, I'm just going to go for Moonblast because he could have Poison Jab, and I would really like to either kill him or get off a decent chunk. As we do go for Moonblast, and I get the special attack drop, which is pretty cool, but I'm like, you know what, I still don't want to take a Flash Cannon, so, you know, I'm going to go out to Yoko Littner and eat it up. Look at Yoko Littner. You've been doing so much better than I expected you to, thank you. And now I get to go for the Toss in Air as he goes out to Manny, and bam, I'm like, you know, I live Earthquake, but you know what can kill me? Soupy Pal. And guess what? We don't risk these human things out here. I go out to Mega Aggron. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, now I'll sack him on. He does have Soupy Pal. I knew it. I freaking knew it. And now I'm like, you know what? Glade's still a threat that I can't really switch into. So now, even if he has knockoff, Omen lives it. So I'm going to switch out to that. Because I don't have superpower and knockoff. So we go out to Omen, and he takes not even 20%. Are you seeing this? I love this victory. Alright, but now I get to go for Brick Break because we don't risk these human things. I'm just going for Brick Break. It hits up, he'll face this. And now I'm going to go for the U-turn. Wait, do I go for Brick Break again or do I go for U-turn? I just go for Brick Break again, you know, wanting to get off damage because Omen doesn't do much. And now I go for U-turn. Why would you go for U-turn? I mean, you would kill Gallade with freaking V-Create. Yeah, I could, but guess what? If it went, I was thinking he was trying to play these mind games and get back into Heatran on the V-Create, and then he'd get Flash Fire. And I was like, yo, I don't risk these human things. I'm just gonna go for U-turn and finally sack off my Mega Aggron. As it goes for Earthquake, which is cool. But now I get to go out in the Crobat. And guess what Crobat gets to do? Baddington, what do you get to do? That's right, you get to click that Brave Bird and kill him. And why am I making this safe plays, you might ask? Well, guess what? I have Baddington. See, look. So from there, I go for Brave Bird, he switches out in Heatran. Then I get to him up with a U-turn, and I get to go out to Blissey. If he switches back out into Glade then I get to go out into a Victini and click Brick Break or U-turn. So basically, I have this game securely locked in the bag, no problem. And I'm pretty sure differential matters in this league. It's kind of iffy on it, so I'm just going to go for the U-turn and go out to Blissey and just fucking win this game. And he goes for Ancient Power trying to get the boost, but even if he did, it doesn't matter. Goes for another Ancient Power. I'm gonna go for the Toss in Air, and this is basically the game. So, good game to Virgoth. Very, very threatening team, I gotta say. Very threatening team. And yeah, so he gets Ancient Power boost on the last one, which is pretty funny. Haha, yay. But yeah, with that, I'm gonna meet you with the next upload, I guess. See ya, we're 2-0, which is nice, with +10 differential if it matters. So, yeah, see you in the next video. Bye-bye!